In this video, we learn how to wire an Apex method with parameters. So let's go to our VS Code and let's go to the same class that we have created in the previous video, that is account controller. And here we're gonna create another method that will receive some parameters from the LWC. So let's copy the whole signature and paste it below, and we'll change this method name to filter count by type. So this is my method name. It will receive some parameters. So it will receive first parameter string type. The parameter name is type. So we will pass type to this method and it will receive the type. And what it's gonna do is it will check within the account where type equal to the type we are passing and return the data. So basically in this method what we are trying to do is, from the lightning component we'll pass the type, and that type go to this query and check all the accounts whichever match with this particular type we are passing and return the maximum 5 records. So let's go to our JS LWC folder and let's create another component here. We'll call this component name is wire Apex with params, and the approach is same. First we need to import the wire service. Second thing, we need to import the method name. We can go and copy the method name here and we'll say from Salesforce Apex dot class name dot class name dot method name. Now it's available, and now what we're gonna do is we'll call the wires service. We'll pass our method name, and this is the new thing in this component, that we're gonna pass the parameters, and the parameters always check what parameter the class is expecting. Class is expecting the type of type string, so we'll define the parameter name type. It should match with the same name here. We are passing type, and then we have to pass something here, and we already know wire is a reactive service, so we'll pass a reactive parameter here, or a reactive property, that is selected type, and it will return some data, and we are storing the data as a property. So I'll call that property name is filtered count, or we can say it accounts. And from where we're gonna get this selected type, so let me initialize this selected type as an empty string. So initially it is an empty string. When the page load, it will go and bring the all accounts where the type are empty, and it will come to this filter account. So let's create the template here. We'll say we'll call it as lightning card with Apex wire demo with params, and this is just for the layout purpose. We are using a div with the padding and the card. And now here we're gonna write our logic. So we already know our property name, so we'll first check whether that property has some data or not using if true directive, and we'll say filtered accounts dot data is there or not. If it's there, then perform the loop. The loop will run on the data only, and the each item will call it as account. And now here we're gonna create the box again with SLDS box, and we'll keep the size very small. So we'll say SLDS box should be uh, double X hyphen small. This is the SLDS class, and here what we're gonna do is, first thing, in the for each loop we have to define the key. I'll say account.id. I know from the class I'm returning the ID, and here I'm gonna print inside this. I'll say within the strong tag name account dot name. I'll copy. I'll say type account dot type, and let's change the configuration before deploying. So change is exposed to true, and the targets is app page only. So now our class is ready. Class is returning name and type. We are not using industry, so we can remove the industry from here. And in the JS file we are importing the method, we are calling the method and storing the data to a property filtered account, and the filter account will load on the screen. Let's deploy this. Now component is deployed. Let's go and place this into our Apex in LWC app page. And I'll search here wire Apex with params, and save and go back. So now you see it returns only one account, and that name is S-Force, and it doesn't have a type. That's why it bring this record, because if you go back to our code, we are saying by initially the selected type is empty, so on load it will pass the empty, and it will come here and it brings only those count record where the type is empty. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a combo box of our type. So let's create a getter quickly, and we'll say type options, and we'll return array of object. We already know how our types look like, so let's label is customer channel, and we'll say value is customer channel, and let's add the second object, that is customer direct, and the value is as well customer direct. And now we'll render the combo box on the HTML, and we'll place this combo box above our data. We'll say lightning combo box, and it will take a couple of attributes. First attribute is name, call the name as type, then it will take label. We'll say choose your type, and then it take another attribute value. We'll say selected type. Selected type is already declared here, and then we want options, and the options are type options, so it will render these options into this combo box. And we want to perform some action on change or when you select any field. We call it as type handler, and we'll go and create a method type handler. They will receive an event, and on the console we'll say this dot selected type equal to event dot target dot value. So now if you look at, I have defined the param with a reactive property, which means I have given a dollar in front of the property name. So on the first load, it will go and bring the data for all the account where the type is empty. As soon as I change something in the combo box, and I suppose I select the customer channel from the combo box, it immediately call this method and the value of the selected type gets updated. As soon as this property gets updated, this reactive property get to know, okay, I have, like, there is some change, and this wire function gets called again. So let's deploy and see if it works or not. I'm deploying now. So now it's deployed, and let's refresh the page. Now you see we have a combo box and we have the account list. And if I open this combo box, I have two options, customer channel and customer direct. So let me select the customer channel, and as soon as I select the customer channel, it went to the Apex method and it call all the records which has type customer channel. And if I change it to customer direct, it will call all the account record where the type is customer direct. So this is how you can pass the params with the wire, and it's very easy. You just make sure you have to pass it in the form of object, and the key should be matched with the key that your Apex method is expecting. And you can use reactive property if you want to perform something dynamically. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.